Today on the Highground, we're reviewing episode 8 of The Mandalorian.
Redemption.
Wait, that's my line. Hello and welcome again to the final episode of season 1 of The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
I am your host, Cisco, and my beautiful host, Adrian.
Where's that thing?
I think it's going to be on that one. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome, everyone, and I hope you guys enjoyed so far what we have of season 1.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, thank you for being with us on our adventure through season 1.
Yes. This little journey that we've had together, it feels like we've been through quite the treacherous trek, quite the story, we got a little closer together.
Quite the Star Trek.
Oh. Wrong channel.
Oh.
Get out of here with that.
Anywho, we're in the final season, and final episode of the season, and we're so excited to get started on season 2, which should be a few days from now, depending on what day you watch this. If you watch this after if you're joining us now after I don't know, maybe it's season 3 or 4, who knows? But welcome.
But as this recording, we're 9 days away until Mandoween,
October 30th.
October 30th. So
2020.
Let's see. Hopefully, this will be the goodness that has come out of this year.
Yeah, the beginning of 2021. Already skipping 2020.
Hopefully, it's a good year. It's the only big Star Wars thing that's coming out of this year.
Yeah, this is true.
So it's exciting for all our Star Wars fans and all that. The last movie, we're not going to go into that yet, but that was last year. It wasn't as exciting, but Mando came out last year too, so that was exciting.
That was super exciting.
But
now we're here.
Now we're here,
and we're gonna get this done. Let's do it. Let's get started.
Okay.
All right. So we're starting Redemption, and we start off with the stormtroopers. They killed Queel.
Right.
Sad. And now they have the baby. Oh, how does it say? The baby.
Oh yeah. I was like, what are you trying to do?
The asset. I don't know why I said the baby.
He says, I want to see the baby.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The baby. Let me see the baby. Open up the pram.
Oh my god.
So they're riding out. They're leaving Queel on the floor. They're just cruising down at full speed back to the city, and they stop, and they start talking to each other. The whole episode just stops there.
Yeah.
Right in the beginning.
Because it really picks up from where the last episode finished off, and these guys are just they're still in that moment. They're still in that intense moment, and then it just stops, and they're just chilling.
Yeah.
And they're just talking and being. This is very comedic.
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in Star Wars. Because normally in Star Wars it just keeps moving, but then it stops, and something we kind of never really get to see is stormtroopers just talking to each other.
Exactly, because I was watching this and I'm like, these guys are just they're just shooting the shit and they're just there talking. Sure. Yeah. And the only time in the Star Wars film that we have two people talking and not really doing much, they're talking about politics, they're talking about the rebellion, they're talking about this, they're training the Jedi, and blah blah. No, these guys are just talking about whatever.
Yeah.
What's happening, and these two guys were played by the one that was carrying the child was Jason Sudeikis, and the other guy who wanted to see the child was Adam Pally. And these guys, they're comedic actors, and of course they had to give them this role. You sense it. These guys know how to deliver these lines.
they became the most hated stormtroopers.
Scout troopers.
Scout troopers.
Yeah.
Well, they're kind of stormtroopers, but yeah, they're scout troopers. Mostly scout troopers in the entire galaxy.
Why? Why did you hate them? Because
they punched the baby. They punched the baby Yoda. Who punches the baby Yoda?
Sometimes the child deserves it. Okay.
No.
Yes.
No.
Come on, mijo. Come on. He was choking out Cara. No discipline there.
No discipline.
You know, like if this is an actual baby and you're gonna try to raise this thing, you got to show what's wrong and what's not wrong.
Yeah. Like normally, if you have a child, right? I guess like no, don't pick that. Don't put it in your mouth. It's bad for you.
Well, he does that.
Yeah, I know. He does that. He eats it.
Yeah. So they're spoiling this kid already. So
super spoiled.
You know, chokes out Cara. No discipline. So these guys are showing discipline. I applaud them. Yeah, why not? You don't got to hit it a couple of 100 times.
They punched it.
Adam Pally thought that...
There's a difference between hitting and punching.
Okay, well, I'm no parent, not yet. And I don't know how I'm going to discipline my kids.
What do you call that? When you
but I'm not going to do that.
What do you call it when you hit somebody with like the backhand? Like not even a backhand,
like a pistol whip?
I guess it's a pistol whip. Yeah, they pistol whipped him too.
Well, when they were filming this, Adam Pally thought that he broke the little animatronic, child because he punched it so hard. He actually punched it.
So, oh my God! Now I hate him even more.
Imagine
if he did
Yoda,
that. If he would have broken Baby Yoda, I would have been mad.
Well, I think you and everyone else, the guys at Industrial Light and Magic would have been pissed off too.
Oh yeah, definitely. That would have been the end of his career.
I think the end of his career was probably when Happy Endings got canceled, but that's just me.
Ouch.
Ooh, that was a good show.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Never saw it.
That's a good show. Actually, you should check it out. He's funny in that.
I'll check it out. All right.
But these guys have terrible aim.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One of them gets bored and he starts shooting this random piece of trash on the floor.
Yeah.
Can't shoot it.
I never.
It's a running joke.
I think that's the running joke, but I never noticed that their pistols are like in a holster on their leg or on their boot.
You never noticed that?
I never noticed that before.
Yeah, they've always had that.
It took me a while because I don't remember seeing that in Return.
Well, when we review it, I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to show you. I'll be like, hey, look, right there.
Take a note because I don't remember that. I thought they always had a holster. I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to
send it to you.
Okay, all right. What is that going to prove? Just prove me wrong and that's satisfied to you?
Oh, yeah. Complete satisfaction.
All right. Thanks a lot, buddy.
That's for punching the baby.
Well, what is this thing that they're shooting? It looks like a...
It's just trash, right?
Is it trash? I thought it was like a weird plant or something.
It could have been like a piece of a spaceship because they normally land in that area. Maybe it fell off or I don't know, something blew up. But they're trying to shoot it and they can't hit it.
Right.
Like they're having trouble. Even the guy shakes his gun to see if the gun had a problem. I don't know. No, I think in order for you to become a stormtrooper, you have to be a really good shot in some way or be able to shoot things. I'm
pretty sure there's like a training, of course.
Yeah.
If you train to be a cop, you got to shoot at a certain, you got to, in the army, you got to shoot. I'm pretty sure this is it. Maybe it's like like an instrument malfunction or it's the instrument, it's the gun. Because the guy's
user error, right?
Yeah. The guy's like, hey, what the hell is wrong with this thing?
Yeah.
So
it starts shaking, so I'm like, it doesn't work.
And then you can hear something like
yeah.
I'm like, hey, maybe something is busted away. Maybe the aim is wrong. I don't know.
But wouldn't you want to calibrate your gun if you're ever gonna go out?
Well, these guys were bored. Were these the same guys who were guarding the entrance of the city?
Yeah, same guys.
Okay, so
they're the ones that wanted to buy the Mando helmet.
Yeah. I don't know. They're just on guard duty. They don't really care. I'm pretty sure chasing down Quill, killing Quill, and getting the child was the peak of their year. It made their year because these guys didn't miss. They didn't miss.
No.
Well,
maybe that's the thing. Since they're so used to being on really fast speeders,
right?
They could shoot things while they're moving.
Okay,
when they're standing still, they can't hit anything.
Did they shoot Quill with those blasters, or did they shoot him with the bike, his own blasters?
I don't know. We didn't get to see that.
No,
I'm guessing you probably shot him with the speeder bike, right?
I think so. My friend.
Because that thing is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
When
and you do some
IG-11
damage.
was on it, yeah.
Yeah, it could do some damage because, like, you could shoot Quill, but like that Blord, how many shots do you have to have with that little, spray gun?
Yeah.
With that thing, so I think they really use the blasters that come on the bike to take both of them down easily.
Yeah, definitely. Who knows? Maybe.
We'll see.
They had problems with their the guns.
Mm-hmm.
So they're bantering back and forth because they want to see the baby. Baby bites them. One of them baby gets punched again. They're doing their shooting practice, and then out comes IG-11, and he tells them, "Hey, stop hitting him! Stop hitting the baby, the child." And they're like, "What? What are you gonna do? Go away!" And I don't know. Do you think a stormtrooper would have just shot him right away, like saying, "Oh shit, it's a IG-11 IG unit.
It's an IG assassin droid, and these guys are just like, "Oh hey, how you doing?"
Yeah,
like.
Wouldn't
I don't know.
You be afraid of that thing?
I would definitely be afraid.
Right? If you saw that thing,
I would definitely shoot first, ask questions later.
Right.
When that thing coming, like big, tall, robotic, has a little.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it reminded me of that scene of Jurassic Park, where that big guy crashed his car. Is like the Jeep.
Wayne Knight.
Yeah. And he's telling the little is it Dilophosaurus to go away, go shoot stupid, no wonder you're extinct. I felt like it was one of those moments where they're telling him shoot. I'm like, oh dude, that thing's dangerous. That thing's gonna
Oh yeah, and they know about it too.
Yeah,
they know what it is. So it's not like ignorance is what's blocking their judgment. No, they say it's an IG unit. And these guys are dumb and they deserved it.
Yeah, they got their butts kicked. The IG-11 just grabs some guy's face, and he breaks his one of the scout troopers' arms.
Yeah,
good. Breaks it. Does throws him on the ground, and the other guy gets smashed onto the speeder bike.
That was cool to see. Ouch. That was funny too. Yeah.
Well, and then he gets onto the speeder bike and takes off. Which is a really cool scene.
Oh yeah.
All right.
There's even a cooler scene with the bike coming in later.
And so that was that one scene, and then we move on to where Mando, Greef, and Cara are being how would you say just surrounded by stormtroopers?
Yeah, they're stuck. They're held up in the common house.
And what's his name? Moff Gideon is telling them hey, you guys need to surrender. You guys need to give me the baby. We have you surrounded. And then he brings out a big giant E-Web blaster. Right. Blaster.
Repeating something blaster. I don't know.
It's a repeating blaster. I wrote it down somewhere. Heavy repeating blaster.
There we go.
And so that thing is very powerful. So that thing can it's like a Gatling gun.
Yeah. Well, we've seen these in Hoth. Remember, these guys are setting it up and they're going to shoot the Millennium Falcon with. But apparently, this is the newest model.
Yeah.
So that was the old model, and this is the newest one. And he even mentions that the Imperials were using a different model.
Yeah. And so he threatens them, tells them, hey, looks up to the sun. He's like, you got until sundown to surrender, or else we're going to come in blasting, and I'm not going to guarantee your survival.
I also liked, it was this coolest bad guy thing that he knew their names.
Yeah.
He knew where they were from. He knew, their dealings and their titles and all that stuff. It's knowing the information about all these guys was scary.
Yeah.
He did his homework about them.
How do they know about us?
Exactly. And I kind of like that scene in which he gives Kara's full name. which is it's just not Cara. What was it? It's
Cara Cynthia Dune.
Yeah, exactly. So he had the full name,
Mm-hmm.
and you could see it in her face. She's freaking out.
She's like,
and
how
then
do you know my middle name?
And then when well, it's Cara Cynthia.
Mm-hmm.
It's one name.
Mm-hmm.
So Cara is just short
Cara
or a
Cynthia.
nickname or something like that. But I like how Mando trips out too when he hears his name.
Mm-hmm.
And that that was just so.
What I want to know is why do they call him decommissioned Mandalorian?
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's one thing I always wondered. Like the decommissioned Mandalorian.
Maybe because Mando. Huh.
Yeah, no, I didn't know why.
Maybe because Mandalore is not like a real thing anymore.
Yeah.
Like their organization, their
I'm sure they're probably
planet,
probably.
their society is broken up, and I don't know. It's weird.
And then they talk about Grief Karga.
Mm-hmm.
That he was a magistrate.
Yeah, a disgraced magistrate.
Yeah.
So what shady dealings has this guy done?
I don't know. We got to find out what's happening in season 2. Hopefully they bring that up.
He also brings up the siege of Mandalore, and I'm not too sure if he's talking about the Clone War siege of Mandalore. He's probably talking about the Imperial siege of Mandalore.
Yeah.
And then also the Night of 1,000 Tears.
Yeah.
So maybe they go into more of that, because I'm pretty sure Din and Mando survived that, or was of course he had to be alive during that.
Yeah, no, I think he was, and I think that's the reason why all the Mandalorians had to flee. Because from this point on, when he's talking to later on with the armor, she kind of doesn't know where all the Mandalorians went. Everyone just split.
Yeah. So
she's like, I don't know. Like they all took off, and some of them must have gone off world.
I think it's like me not knowing, like the armor, me not knowing where they're at is a better thing. It's a safer thing.
And I think also the armor wasn't really the main leader. She was the one with the more knowledge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and she's like the de facto leader.
Yeah.
Or the respected, matriarch.
Yeah.
Of the convent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's because of the creed that they have as Mandalorians to stick together, I guess now. Since...
And I want to say like her responsibility, her rank, her profession is sacred to the Mandalorians.
Right.
Because they're a warrior class, and she's the one that makes things that protect them.
Right.
So of course she's going to be knowledgeable. She's going to be seen as a respected figure.
Right. So we also get the flashback of when he was a child and during the Clone Wars. So that's what I find kind of interesting, that he never knew about the Jedis,
right?
Because Death Watch was the ones that rescued him. Death Watch, and so they were always close to the Jedis. In some weird way, like either fighting them or having some sort of connection with them. So they would have passed down that knowledge to Din Djarin.
Well, I think I want to make the argument, and I'm not too sure if I'm right. I'm just spitting things out.
Okay, spit them out.
Maybe this was an attack, like a surprise attack on the home world or his planet. That the Republic and the Jedi don't maybe are on their way, or probably don't even know about it, and blah blah blah. And it was maybe it's close to Mandalore, and maybe it's close to like Mandalore or Mandalorian colony planets and all that these guys stepped in and were saving people.
This is true.
Yeah,
we'll see. Right.
I don't know. And then also there's a deep hatred, so you could preach your hatred towards these sorcerers, or you could just not talk about the sorcerers and not give them that power of knowledge, of acknowledging them. So maybe that's another thing too. I don't know. Maybe we only got to wait a couple more days to find out. I'm not going to say we're going to find out everything in the first episode, but
I'm sure they're going to lead to it, and then we'll find out next season, more in the next season. And then once the whole thing gets laid out, we'll be like, wow, that is awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, please give me all that. This is I want to hear it. Come on.
Let's see. So so now we get into the attack of IG-11. For some reason, it takes him a long time to make a big giant U-turn with that speeder bike, and it goes full steam right into the city, attack on the city, and he's going through everything so quickly, through all the streets, just weaving and just shooting its way into the city. I love how he's like coming in and he takes out those 3 stormtroopers. That scout trooper, like just 3 shots.
Talking to Jawas.
Yeah, I know. Jawas. One of them talking to Jawas, like dies. Two of them. And they're like, the Jawa was like, what?
And there's no one. The streets are empty. Like, are they on lockdown? Is this like a police state, like martial law situation that they just told everyone not to come out?
I think they must have seen all those stormtroopers, and they're like, oh crap, yeah, let's go back inside.
Yeah, all right.
Wild West, you know, and like there's a bunch of bad guys you kind of don't want to be around.
Right. Yeah,
let's go back inside. So he goes in there, starts blasting, and the main group, they hear him coming, and they start getting into a huge fight because now IG-11 entered the whole arena, and now there's a big giant shootout between like everybody, right? Like you see Mando come out, try to save IG-11 because he has the baby. And it's like Cara Dune's covering him, like trying to take out as many stormtroopers. They just keep coming. There's like so many damn stormtroopers everywhere, right? And then Grief goes out there, he starts shooting too. Oh, there's a scene too where he's actually drinking spatchka. He's taking spatchka shots.
Is it spatchka? That little shot glass?
Yeah,
is
he's
it
taking
spatchka?
Yeah, because it was glowing blue, right? So
was it? I didn't catch that.
So I'm gonna guess that was spatchka.
I thought it was just a clear liquid. I didn't see the blue.
Jawa juice?
Maybe Jawa juice.
So there's a massive shootout. It's really cool. And they're just of course the stormtroopers are missing everybody. They only have 5 targets. 4
Even
targets.
the death troopers are missing. Yeah,
4 targets, and they can't hit them. And then everyone else is like hitting as many. It's like fish in a barrel. They're just shooting.
Just one guy, or you see one like blast beam hits him in the shoulder, but it just reflects off the Beskar. So at least that guy got shot at the target.
He must have been like surprised when that happened. He's like, "Oh, I hit something."
Oh my god!
And then you can see the Death Troopers like they're like, you know what? I can't use this blaster. I'm gonna start punching him. And that seemed like that it was working.
Do those guys carry like blades or anything like that?
I don't know. They should though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
They're so full of armament. I would expect them to have like at least a blade.
They have like magazines here and there and all that.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have any blaster, or I'm sorry, like blades or like thermal grenades or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Guess not.
Easy work, right? Lob a grenade.
There we go.
Done. Game over.
I also like how all that was happening, and Mando uses the web, and he takes all these guys. He gets dinged in the head by Gideon.
Moff. Yeah, Moff is like walking around like.
Yeah, he did not give 2 craps.
Like, what? He didn't even shoot. He was just like walking around. He's like, oh yeah.
He's like, all right.
Boom.
There you go.
Headshot.
So casually. So like he hit someone. Everyone else is not hitting them. He hits them.
Yeah.
And I like how
but
all that was
for
happening.
the head. He aimed for the head first.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Because he knew exactly how to take care of him. But all that happens, and then they just end up back in the in the bar.
Back in the bar.
Back in the bar. Like, what was that for? That was it was just a chance.
I felt like that was like what happened?
It was just like a chance to take out some of like a lot of the guys, but like you're still in the bar. You're still like trapped. You're still stuck.
That was a reflection of 2020. Hey, let's go outside. Oh shoot!
Yeah.
Let's go back inside.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So that's 2020 for you. So whoever makes a meme, there you go. You're welcome. So Moff shoots him in the head, right? And he's like notices that like the Beskar is protecting him. So he's like, you know what? Yeah, let's end this a little bit more faster, and shoots the damn the E-web, the canister that I guess that's energy cell, right?
Right.
Blows Mando like into the sky. Well, not literally like up there, but
it blows him away.
Yeah, blows him away.
Yeah.
And seriously injures him.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, they're like, oh, you know what? Let's go back into the bar. This isn't working. So they go inside. Oh, we didn't even talk about that part where they were trying to find a way out, and they're looking for the sewer system. So that thing is like, I don't know, what would you call that metal? Because they couldn't cut through it.
Oh, like what you call the metal?
The metal, you know, the little
Yeah. I know it's like a rack. No, not a rack. Like a vent.
Yeah, but they couldn't open it. They were trying to shoot it, and that wasn't working. It wasn't until IG-11 decided to cut.
Yeah, he actually used like a what was it, like a, I don't know, what was that thing that he used?
Torch? It was like a torch.
Yeah, like a blowtorch or something like that to cut it. Yeah.
Very special blowtorch. So yeah, they're like, so they're back inside, and Moff is like kind of like, hey, you guys are done, you know. So he calls in for a flame trooper. I can't even say it. Flame trooper? Yeah.
Trooper. Are these guys called trooper. Like? Are they called flame troopers, or are they called something else, like incinerate troopers or something like that?
I don't know. I didn't. Because I always thought they were called flame troopers. I almost. Because
these guys are a callback. Their design and like their name calls back from the Force Unleashed two games in which they were introduced to those games. So they kind of just like, hey, let's bring that guy in there. So that was like a cool Easter egg.
It felt like a toy, like a toy come to life, and they're just walking around with it. That's what it felt like. I was like, oh, cool, they brought in a toy. Can't wait to see him on a 6-inch or what size?
I don't know, the Black Series.
The Black Series.
Yeah,
I'm sure they probably already do have one, and they do.
They do?
Yeah, I think they do.
You already looked it up?
No, I didn't look. I think I just remembered right now.
Oh, okay. All right, there you go.
So so they send in the flame trooper or the incinerator, and they send him in, and I feel like I'm missing something. What am I missing?
Well, Mando's hurt, and he's hurt
Mando's
bad.
hurt.
Yeah.
And Carl wants to take his helmet off.
But he can't do that.
He's like, no, this is the way. I gotta keep it on. And so she's kind of like, oh, we're gonna take you with us. He's like, no, just leave me here because there's no way I'm gonna be able to make it into the sewers. I'll just die. Just leave me here. I'll cover your backs. You guys
warrior's death.
The baby. Yeah, he wants the warrior's death. And so they grab everything. They're about to leave. Here comes the flame trooper, and shoots a big giant ball of fire towards everybody. But luckily we have the baby use its force powers and hold the big giant flame and bounces it back to the flame trooper. Flame trooper blows up, goes flying, dies. The baby falls asleep.
And he always does that. Like I guess it takes a lot out of him. I don't know. Do we see that in other movies?
No, not really.
Like of someone like doing something crazy with the force and then kind of like, oh crap, all right. Or it's just the child because it's a child.
Well, you got to think about it too. Like, how much force is a child using? You know, I would have guessed that it would have been able to do what I mean for its age, I guess. But I guess for his size, since he's such a small creature, I guess. But Yoda always said like, "Oh, size me by my." That
should be by my size.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, it wakes up later. It wakes up very quickly. It was probably just taking a little cap nap.
Mm-hmm. A little baby catnip.
There we go.
Catnip. So it deflects the fire back into the flame trooper, blows up, and so everyone's about to leave because Baby Yoda was probably their last hope of healing Mando. But since
that didn't even come up. He didn't even try. What's going on with this guy?
I don't know, man. I don't know. He's lagging. I guess he can't use the Force Seals all the time, right?
It's like video games. It's an energy bar that's like refilling. All right, I gotta wait a couple minutes, guys. Come on.
Yeah. Wait. And so IG-11 decides to stay with Mando. Everyone else leaves, and and IG-11 wants to heal him, but Mando's like brings out a gun. He's like, "No, don't you dare try it. No living thing has ever seen my face." He's like, "Well, I'm not a living thing," so I guess that was the loophole that ended up taking off his helmet, and we get to see Pedro Pascal's lovely face.
Now, when you saw this part and you saw his face for the first time, was it what you were expecting?
I was expecting maybe a scar or some sort of like burn marks or something.
Like for him to be disfigured, that's why he doesn't want to wear the mask?
I don't know. No, I just kind of like he wears it, but I kind of maybe some battle scars on him. I get what you mean, but like when I was thinking about for all those 7 episodes about what was underneath, I thought he was like clean cut. Probably had a nice set of hair, not like long and oily like he had in this thing, but like he looked cleaner. And when I saw what he looked like, I'm like, oh man, he looks like a bum. Right, especially because he's all dirty right now. He's bleeding everywhere, but like, he looks weird. Like I don't like that like longish hair that goes to like right here. Like just cut it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has some clippers on the Razor Crest or something like that. You know what I mean? Sure, he does.
Like obviously he's keeping his beard like trimmed and nice and all that. Why not just clip your hair? It's like I don't know.
Well, it seems like he has little spots here and there. Maybe he just cuts it up wrong and grows weird. So, I'm gonna keep my helmet on.
I also like when they took off the helmet, you heard that classic like helmet like hiss that comes out.
Really? I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that part? Like no. It comes out when Vader puts on the helmet for the first time in episode 3.
Yeah. Like I didn't hear that on that one. I
was like, oh my god, I haven't heard that sound in years. I loved it.
I thought it was IG-11 that was doing that sound.
No, I don't know. Is it vacuum sealed their helmets? Because like, I don't know. It just kind of seems like it's a helmet, probably, and then they have like that cap.
We got to do the research on that.
Of course we
did. We never did the research on it.
Absolutely not.
So he takes off his helmet. IG-11 cracks a few jokes, tells him like, your central processing system is damaged. He's like, oh, you mean my brain? That was a joke.
It was a joke. It was meant to relax you or something like that. Like, come on, bro. Read the room. Room. You got bodies everywhere. It's in flames. This guy's all bleeding. He has a gun pointed to your head. And you're gonna make a joke now?
Luckily, IG-11 has some Bacta, which is like a miracle drug that helps for healing.
It's like Neosporin, like ranked up to 11.
Yeah.
It's a couple of hours and it'll heal you. I'm like, oh crap! All right, there you go.
A couple minutes, and you're like super healed. That sounds like a miracle. So he has some of that with him, which is good. That helps him heal a little bit faster, and so they were happy. Cara Dune was happy to see Mando. And they were walking with this little flashlight on his head. So which I still don't know if it's actually attached or he detaches it, or I don't know how that works.
I didn't really see it because did they really like have a good profile of the side of the helmet?
Yeah, but it's kind of big though. It's kind of a little bit bulky, so I don't know.
Maybe he just attaches it on. But that's supposed to be the sewers, and that doesn't look like a sewer. That looks
really clean, right?
Very nice.
Yeah, like I can live down there.
You're right. Like, people do live down there, but like, that's a sewer. It's so nice. It looks so good. Like, do these people not crap?
You know, I'm thinking that.
Is it underneath?
Their poop or their pee, they throw it into the lava and it melts it, or like it burns it, so that's they're sanitary.
Or they
like
use
really
it for
sanitary
compost or something like that.
Maybe they use. Yeah, exactly. Who knows?
These are questions we need to be answered.
We need to be answered with these. Hopefully, season 2 will answer this. Where do they poop?
Oh my god! Imagine that. Imagine they do answer that.
I'm like, what? They did?
Like, what is this? Like, what the heck? I wanted to see a Cyclops, and they're talking about this. Like, what?
They're talking about how they dispose their waste. Wow.
All right. I was hoping to see it in the gallery episodes, but they didn't. I don't know. We'll
Behind the scenes, they're porta potties. Throw it in the fire. So they probably made these sewers thinking that there's gonna be massive amounts of poop. I'm guessing.
Are we still on this topic?
Oh wait,
I was already over it. But we can continue.
No. You know what I was gonna say is that maybe they're clean because the Mandalorians were living down there, and they're like, you know what? Let's just clean this place up. We're gonna live down here, so they cleaned the entire sewer system.
That's true.
Right, and
that
so
could be it. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like no Febreze thing in their helmet.
Exactly.
They gotta smell what they gotta smell. Yeah.
Like, you know what? Let's just clean it up. And the droid was stuck onto the little for the lava raft was stuck onto the side because that's where they pushed all the waste to the edge.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
That's not lava. That's other material.
Yeah, exactly. So they run into a big giant pile of Mandalorian helmets, not poop, in the sewer system.
Right.
And Mando's like, oh my god, like, did Brief Karga do this after they attacked?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
after they revealed themselves.
Yeah, they revealed themselves, and he was like, no, I had nothing to do with it. You know, with like these guys, like they shoot and then they leave. So when this happened, he thought that he did that, but it was the exact opposite. It was stormtroopers that attacked the Mandalorians. So I kind of want to see how that happened.
I do too, because one Mando, like the kill ratio between one Mandalorian is probably like 30 stormtroopers. So you have like a whole society, like a whole little underdwelling of Mandos who are armed, you know. And how many stormtroopers is that? You see the Mando casings and their armor and all that, but like think about all the stormtroopers that like were just cannon fodder. You know what I mean? Like just droves of people.
I'm gonna guess after the client was disappointed of Mando doing what he did and noticing that there's a bunch of Mandalorians. I'm sure Moff Gideon was aware of that and decided, you know what? There's a bunch of these guys. I exterminated Mandalorians before. I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he probably went all over the place and just destroyed.
Like, that's a good point. Maybe he's like the expert. He wrote the book.
Right.
How to Kill a Mandalorian. You know.
Easy.
All right.
For a book for dummies, right?
Yeah, there you go. Oh, no. In the Star Wars universe, it's not book for dummies. It's How to Kill a Mandalorian, a book for Jar Jars.
Oh, Jar Jars.
Yeah. Wow, that joke didn't really land.
I know.
Sorry, guys.
That was my pity laugh for you. I was like, yeah, I'm
well, thank you. All right. That's it. All right, bye, guys.
I thought it was hilarious. I don't know.
Okay.
I thought it was funny.
I think IG's joke was better, but we'll see.
So he's mad at Karga, Brief Karga, and they find out that it wasn't him, that it was the Imperials that did that, because the armor comes out of nowhere, and she's still alive. She's like the last one there. And Mando's like, what happened? It's like, oh, the Imperials came and killed as many, and I don't know what happened to the rest of them. They just all took off.
Where was she?
I don't know. Good question.
Like, she's there. She's doing an honorable thing. Like, she's recycling the metal. She's cleaning up. But like, where was she during this attack?
I don't know. She would have
Why
been
wasn't
able
she
to
in
hold
the
them
front?
off, right?
You know?
Did she hide?
Yeah, maybe.
Or she's not allowed to leave that little spot?
Oh, come on. I don't know.
Because she doesn't move. She stays in
Well,
that little spot.
it's her workspace, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she has to leave at some point, right? Or
She don't want to leave
around.
even after Mando told her, he's like, hey, why don't you come with us? No, this is my place. I'm gonna stay here. I'm like, why?
Right.
It's like it's
like I said, it's like a ceremonial
mm-hmm.
position.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of integrity to what you do
mm-hmm.
to be in the armor position. That was, you know, so I think that's what she's doing. So she's like the captain,
Mm-hmm.
goes down with the ship.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess she's cleaning up house,
mm-hmm.
you know, and she needs to move all that the furnace and everything out of the way, mm-hmm. I guess. And so she starts upgrading Mando with some jetpack, and he gives him an insignia patch of the Mudhorn,
which is not my favorite. It's not my favorite.
Oh, the patch?
Yeah. Oh yeah, like low insignia on his.
Oh yeah.
It's not my favorite design.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my favorite like animal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think we had this discussion, you know, a long time ago at work. Like, well, what would your thing would be, and my thing would be completely different. I don't know. Yeah. It doesn't seem like. I don't know.
Just really random that he got chosen the Mudhorn, but.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Unfortunately, it is what it is.
That's what he got, and that's what he gets. That's mm-hmm. his house. He didn't have a house before. Now he has one. It's a rule of 2 with him and the baby.
All right.
I don't know why I just call him baby now. It's like I don't even call him baby Yoda.
I know you don't. Well, I like to call him
the child. The child. The youngling.
The foundling.
The foundling.
Huh?
Oh, it's a foundling now.
It's a foundling.
The foundling.
She says that.
Yeah, he's a foundling now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Mando's the father to the baby. She was the one that says, yeah, and you are the father.
just like
Maury Povich.
Maury Povich. Oh my God. Yep.
And you are the father.
And Grief is all dancing around. He's like, I knew it.
I can see that happening too. The spoof.
Kara's
like, what?
Yeah. You are the founder of this foundling. You know what I mean? There you go.
There you go. That works.
Just use the lingo.
So she tells them to leave. You know,
mm-hmm.
They leave. They take off, and she stays. And she goes into like this almost like this ceremonial position, where she has her arms crossed. She's meditating, almost like a Jedi.
Yeah.
And she's just patiently waiting for the stormtroopers to arrive. And I mean, what if more stormtroopers would have showed up? Then she would have been toasted, right? Because she got surrounded. Yeah.
Yeah, she would have went down with the ship, just like the captain. Yeah.
So she stayed there, and they were like, "Hey, surrender." And she's like, "Nope." Ended up kicking.
The guy was like poking his blaster on her head, and like, "Oh, dude, that's the wrong move."
No, don't. That you're hitting the wrong button.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so she starts kicking their butts hard.
And she's breaking the armor too.
Yeah.
So like, oh yeah, she breaks that guy's arm, breaks the armor, cracks the armor, and like
throws one guy into a furnace.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
Oh my God, when that happened, I was like, oh, that's gotta hurt. Ouch. So he got melted.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy got a hammer to his face. See the pieces.
The shrapnel and the shards and all that stuff.
So she can pretty much hold her own.
Oh yeah.
Just by that, which is a really awesome scene. So Cara Dune and everyone else, Mando, Grief Karga, IG-11, and the baby, make it to the lava stream, right? Or the lava river.
Yeah, lava river.
Yeah. So they make it there, and they find that the ship is stuck on there. The little boat stuck onto the wall, and Cara shoots it, breaks it free because they were trying to get into it. So they finally were able to board it, and they take off. And then there's an R2 unit that's like kind of covered in, I guess, dirt and rocks, right? Or lava.
Oh, I think like at one point some lava probably like got onto him and then like cooled down, so it's just like obsidian glass, or I don't know the technical term. I'm not a geologist and all that stuff.
But he turns back on, and he reveals himself to be like some sort of mecha.
Yeah,
like a mecha R2D2 with like. I was like a little freaked out by it.
So was I. Like it was really weird. Like it was very intimidating. And what do you think?
I don't know. To me, it just seemed wrong.
Yeah, it's like, all right, come on, guys. This is our Astro Droid, in which it belongs on the floor with those wheels. You give it arms, you give it legs. It kind of is like muscular in a weird
it doesn't look right.
Yeah. Do you think this is like a new model, or was this a modification?
I think it was a modification. Because I've never seen that in an astromech droid.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, normally they're always attached to some sort of, port, and then, but not like having extension arms and like. I mean, I would have loved to have seen like a C-3PO unit or something, that was like. That was doing that
all buffed out and like menacing looking.
I know, right? So I think, that was weird. But when Car was telling him to stop, that was so weird because she's like stop, and she like only says it once and shoots him in the face. He's like stop.
Don't mess with her. Like that's some road rage thing, Like, you know how they call like backseat drivers and all that.
Right.
Oh, I hate to have her in the backseat. Like hey, stop! There's your exit. Oh, sorry.
Well, I just blew your head off.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know. That would be kind of weird if I saw that. Like, why? Well, you just shot the driver.
And then like IG looks at. They all look at her like, damn, like calm down.
I know. Like, what are we gonna do now?
That wasn't right. Yeah. Oh my God.
And then IG-11's like, you know what? I'm gonna sacrifice myself for you guys.
Because at the mouth of the tunnel, there's all these guys.
Stormtroopers.
Yeah, they're waiting there.
Stormtroopers and scout troopers and scout bikes. They're like all over the place. I actually in front of the entrance. Like I was thinking, like, is there multiple entrances and they have all these stormtroopers in different like exits?
Maybe, yeah. Like, how do they know that that's the exit? I don't know. Because apparently, we found out later that apparently that's basically the last of the little garrison that's there. Yeah. So.
But it seems like they have a bunch of stormtroopers everywhere. They still do. Season 2, I think they find more. I'm sure Moff probably has a Star Destroyer somewhere.
Absolutely. We were discussing that later. Like, I'm pretty sure maybe he has a fleet of Star Destroyers. Maybe he has. I don't know. We'll soon find out. Hopefully, we'll find out a lot more.
So we he sacrificed. He like steps out, says, "You know what? I'm gonna sacrifice myself." Din Djarin, he's like Mando. He's like, "No, don't do it." Like all of a sudden he has feelings towards robots.
He does, and it was a little weird, and like I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Did not like it.
Yeah, it kind of broke the character a little bit.
Oh yeah. Like, so, okay, he saved your life and all that, but all he really did was just spray something at the back of your head. Like,
he wasn't there when he saved the baby. I mean, so how does he know that?
Exactly. It's not like he performed surgery on him. He just went,
Yeah, exactly. And all of a sudden, it's like, I love you.
Yeah. I love you, Jenny.
I love you, man.
Oh, wrong movie.
Man, maybe it was the medicine. Maybe it has like some sort of weird effect.
Yeah, it could be that. Maybe it was tripping out. It was a side effect. I don't know.
So it starts walking on the lava, and it blows himself up with all the stormtroopers.
Because protocol dictates.
Protocol dictates. And they're all fine, and they arrive at the edge, and here comes Moff Gideon in his TIE fighter. My TIE fighter design.
You know what I missed about this TIE fighter sequence?
What is it?
Is that it has, the screech, TIE fighter screech, But you know what it doesn't have? It doesn't have that. You
when
remember
it's
that?
shooting, yeah,
Yeah, it didn't have that noise, and I love that noise because that screech, that, and then the, that weird electronic. It just, I love hearing that in the old, especially in New Hope.
Maybe because this is a different model.
Oh yeah, because of,
it folds.
The panels retracted and all that. I don't know, but
so I'm gonna guess that's probably the reason why, or maybe the sound editing wasn't like too par.
They didn't think about it.
They didn't really think about it. We just need to think about it. We want those sounds, classic sounds, please.
Yeah, exactly.
So here comes Moff Gideon. I felt like he was like the Wicked Witch of the West with like when you hear him with like right? So he's like coming in with a TIE fighter, and I love the way that all the close-ups of the TIE fighter, it's like they like you could see all of the little intricate pieces to it. It's probably one of my favorite scenes, and how it starts shooting at the guys down there. And they're like, oh man, what are we gonna do? It's like, no way. And that's when Grief Karga's like telling the little baby, use the hand thingy.
I like how he does like a paw too. He's like, do that thingy.
Do the hand thingy.
Yeah.
And little baby Yoda waves at him.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And so Mando's like, you know what? I think I feel good. I'm gonna use my jetpack. Puts it on. I love it when he has his jetpack on.
He's a complete guy now,
Yeah,
he's
he looks like a complete Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't like the cape on Din Djarin. So
I kind of like the cape, but like, all right, you may have to lose the cape now, or get a shorter cape or a half cape or something, because like, it's gonna interfere with the jetpack.
Yeah, or get a poncho like Boba Fett.
Yeah, exactly.
So he puts it on and he waits for his moment, and as soon as the TIE fighter gets really close, he jumps up into the air, overshoots the TIE fighter and shoots his grappling hook on it, and then it goes for the ride of his life. He's in your own roller coaster. So he gets really close, and he's trying to shoot this Moff Gideon from the cockpit, and Moff is like, what the heck? I can't take this guy off.
Right.
I mean, I feel like I would have fallen off of that thing. Does he have like some sort of like magnet?
I don't know. I think he's just using it like he's just using his grip. His super
That's
strong
a pretty
grip.
strong grip.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess. So he's like taking a ride of his life, puts on 2 little bombs on him. He was able to. He failed on one of them, but he was able to put 2 of them on there. Jumps out of there, and the thing blows up. Moff Gideon's like, no, and then you see him kind of crash. It seemed very comedic how that thing blew up, and they just see it in the background just like twirling around, just crashing.
And this is like off screen, like you don't even see the crash. It's just like over the hill and bam.
Yeah, and like not even a second later, like Grief is like, well, that's it, we did it.
I despise this thing. I wrote it on my
here. You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yes, I always thought that this was super anticlimactic.
Yeah, and like, that's the end of the show, guys.
I hate movies in which like you have a battle, you have a fight, you have all this stuff. Like the climax is right there and it's at its pinnacle, and then right after it's done, bam, the movie ends or the show ends or this and that. And that's exactly what this thing did.
Yeah.
This is the last episode of a very good season. Right. Stretch it out a little bit. Show some aftermath, because it's all smiles and hugs at this point. Yeah. And that really pissed me off because they just came out of this big ordeal. Couldn't they be like, oh my god, dude, like we just survived that thing, man. Yeah. Like, can you believe that?
It was like, let's go make sure he's dead. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. And then she's like, no, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna
stay, clean up the town.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's great.
That little thing on my cheek.
Part of my guild now. I was like, dude, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. You guys need to stay and clean up. Like, no, Mando, you should go right into the sunset.
Exactly. I always hate this. It happens so quick.
Right.
Like, there's no breather. There's no time. Like, he's barely, on his feet after landing. And there they are, like, oh, happy and,
Here's another part to it. Here's another kicker that I noticed, too, on the ending. Was, so he goes back to the ship. He gets on his jetpack and he rides off back to the ship, right?
Right.
this ship has to be pretty far away, right?
Right.
Okay, so he flies back to the ship. He buries Quill, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he hops back onto his ship, right? And they take off, and he looks at the baby with like the medallion, the little, and they fly over over Grief Karga and Cara Dune. The ship flies.
That doesn't make any sense, huh?
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
doesn't
wait,
make
so
any
he
sense.
went back? I thought he was trying to run away, so that like, and then they were like still there, like they were just like seeing like if they were talking the entire time.
My God, dude.
Oh, there goes Mando.
Here comes Mando again. So yeah, how about that? We just survived all this stuff. You saw that I almost got shot? Yeah, I saw that you almost got shot.
Like I was thinking, like, did he fly over to go see if like the wreckage of like if what's name was dead? But no, he just flies over.
I don't know. If I was Mando, I'll fly over that wreckage and like shoot a couple blaster, or a rocket or something.
Right.
I don't care if Jawas are around there. Like he hates Jawas. He obliterated a couple of them. Just also, kill some more.
I would have thought Cara Dune would have gone to the TIE fighter to see if he was dead, to make sure he was dead, because apparently he was executed the first time.
Yeah, and she's paranoid,
Exactly.
Program me into a mind flare.
Mm-hmm.
What is that thing?
Right.
I don't know.
So I would have thought she would have gone over there and see if Moff Gideon was still there. Take him out while he was injured, not wait until he regroups or like he like wakes up or whatever. She's gonna go and assassinate him.
Right.
That's what she's good at, and that's the reason why she joined Mandalorian to join Mando. I mean, Din Djarin, to go, stop these guys, stop the Imperial guys. So,
and now she's gonna be like, all right, I saw
I'm gonna go get
crash.
Some spatchka.
I heard the crash.
Right.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
What?
We don't need to see it. No. He's dead.
Come on.
Rule number 1 in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Nothing stays dead forever.
That's true. Darth Maul. Han Solo. Obi-Wan. Let's see.
Princess
Boba
Leia.
Fett, apparently.
Boba Fett.
Princess Leia.
Yeah, remember she died. She got sucked out.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then
Princess
she used
Leia.
her Mary Poppins skills to go back into the ship. And look, she's alive.
Princess Leia. Okay, all right. Who else returns like that? I don't know. Well, we'll come back to you about that one.
Maybe Luke.
Okay, yeah.
Hopefully Luke comes back. Ben Solo.
Palpatine.
Who?
Palpatine.
What? Who's that?
My God.
He never died.
He comes back all the time.
He never died. Like like there's like a meme on him where in every episode he wants to die.
What do you mean?
Yeah, every episode he wants to die. He's like, in every episode he's like, kill me, strike me down.
Because that will complete their dark side. So it doesn't matter if he dies. Mm-hmm. The whole thing that matters is their transformation to the dark side.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
It's bigger than him.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a pawn. He's just an instrument for that transformation.
Yeah.
So that's why he says that.
Yeah. So in every episode he wants to die. Boom.
Yeah.
So that's how it ends. What do you think?
Well, we're missing.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, buddy.
So they didn't do that, right? They didn't go check.
They didn't go and check. Yeah.
And of course, we have a scene where the actual camera people actually went to the site to see if he was dead. When not really the camera people, but whatever.
The camera. The
camera.
We see.
Yeah.
The wreckage.
Yeah. So we went, but they didn't.
No, they just speculated.
You know who got there first?
Assumed.
Who got there first before they did?
The Jawas.
See, why are the Jawas are smart? They went.
They went.
Went.
Oh, just send the Jawas.
Yeah.
They'll come back.
Right. So they're scavenging all the pieces. They didn't they were just Jawas being Jawas. And all of a sudden, we see something start cutting through the TIE fighter.
Yeah. It's something that looks like a lightsaber.
But it is a lightsaber.
Is that considered a lightsaber?
It is a lightsaber, but it's considered I don't want to say like an ancient lightsaber, but it is.
It's a modified lightsaber.
It's a modified lightsaber, and it's the only one in existence.
Mm-hmm. And of course, we're talking about a very
legendary sword.
We're talking about
the dark saber.
The dark saber.
The dark saber.
Now, so many questions have to be asked because we've seen this thing in multiple shows, and we've seen multiple handlers.
Right.
So that just opened up a can of worms. Like, how did he get it? Where did he get it from? Who did he take it from?
Oh, we know he took it from what's her name?
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan, which apparently she's rumored in season 2, heavily rumored. So hopefully we get to see how he took that and how he became in charge of, or if he's in charge of Mandalore still, right? So I'm really excited.
Yeah.
To see the dark saber
in action. Apparently, Esposito said that there's going to be a cool sword duel in season 2.
Yeah.
So he has the dark saber, but he also knows how to use the dark saber.
So I already heard some rumors or people that have already seen it. Like I've seen videos of people that the whole season. So no, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. They really didn't spoil much. They didn't spoil anything. They just said who's in it and for how long. But I'm not gonna get to that. We have to do one more video before we get started on season 2. Our recap of the entire show.
That's going to be fun. Or long.
No, we're going to keep it short. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you guys follow us on the highground.pod on Instagram.
.pod? No, it's just highground pod.
Oh, did I say the highground.pod? The highground, we'll cut that out. The highground.pod. Oh, why am I saying .pod?
I don't know. What's going on?
On the highground pod.
There we go. All right.
So follow us on that, on Instagram. And what else do you have anything else you want to say, Adrian?
Go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers.
They're in the World Series.
By the time so this is during the World Series.
Yeah, second game. While we're recording this, there's the game going on. So I'm missing the game for you guys.
I know.
So
now you know the time that we record.
Come on. Like, share, and subscribe just for that. I'm missing the game for you guys.
And everyone have a good night. Thank you for joining us on our final episode of season 1 of The Mandalorian. I want to thank everybody.
Yeah.
And have a good night, guys. May the Force be with you.
Thank you, guys.
Good night.